So, I happened to meet Patricia Nash a few weeks ago when she landed in Jacksonville to celebrate her 15 years as a designer with her own brand and a partnership with Dillard's. We bonded and reconnected for a conversation about her experience and evolution.
Well, I have been in this industry now for about 30 years. And so when I was about to retire, believe it or not, that's when everyone started encouraging me to do my own brand. And so that was 15 years ago. And yes, I'm blown away. I said, yeah, why not? I'll do it. But it's got to be something really cool, meaningful. Found that little bag in my mother's closet that was all wrapped up, beautiful leather, tooled, lacing on it. And it had aged so beautifully. I said, if I can do a bag like this with all the bells and whistles, all the organization and the things women need, and do it at an affordable price, I think it could really do something with it. And it ended up, working out. And every year it just blows my mind. I'm so humbled by it all, really.
With much of society embracing Earth sustainability, I found it interesting that an old bag would be the foundation for her brand.
It absolutely is. When you think about how long I had been in this industry, I had always been collecting old vintage bags. I love that look and feel, but I never kind of connected the dots until that aha moment in my mom's closet. And it's such a true story. And it is really amazing.
There are a ton of options in the market. What could be the draw for people to want her designs?
Well, I think they've embraced it because it's authentic. And we stay in our lane, so to speak. We keep the same DNA, no matter if it's a new design, new color, new concept, or whatever it is, it still has those ingredients of, really beautiful full grain leather, craftsmanship, really hand finished handbags or whatever it might be that I make. So it's got that, and it's got that look of a bag maybe you remember in your past, but a cool vintage bag that someone new would love to carry.
So, I'm a dude. It blows my mind the prices of bags. But after discussions with a number of ladies who could explain girl math to me, I realized there are different reasons for the expense. Some even practical, like, it's an investment.
But you know what? You're so true. And even the profile of the woman shopper is different. And I think that's why there is different brands out there, right? And so many different choices. Some women look at a bag and think of it more practically, right? Like, I need a bag for work, and it's got to hold this, and it's got to have that, and it needs to be a good value. And I don't want logos all over it. I just want a nice quality bag. And so we get that woman too. But then there's other women that just get so turned on by something that they see that it's like so beautiful. Like, oh my gosh, I love that print. It is absolutely so beautiful. I love those colors. It makes me happy. It's something I want to wear every day. So we've got these different women for different things. And what we try to do as a brand is just embrace all of that, within what we do. And I think that's why we have this crossover of a lot of women that, you saw them too, that when you were there is, you have that one woman that's wearing a Louis Vuitton tote, she can afford to pay whatever she wants for a bag, but she's drawn to bags that have really amazing quality. She's drawn to bags that are from women, that also she wants a brand that she can embrace too and be proud of. So it really varies.
And who would have thought we fellas might actually influence a woman's preference? Mind blown.
It's so funny that you say that, because I have met so many men on personal appearances, and you saw them too, where there's a lot of men that buy their women handbags, and a lot of them that have even introduced their wife to a new brand, which is what happened to me. And what the stories I hear is that men have been drawn to my bags because they're drawn to the beautiful leather and craftsmanship. They can see that. Men are good at leather. Just, I don't know why, but it just seems to be something hand in hand. So that's one thing that they get drawn to my brand to get their wife. But pay attention to your wife. What does she wear? You can tell, maybe, does she carry a lot of things? Does she carry a few things? Does she wear a lot of color? Does she like just kind of, basic core colors? So I think if you really study your wife and how they act and what they do in a day and what they wear, you're going to be able to pick out the perfect bag.
Patricia has now embraced an extended opportunity to connect with her audience with a sip and shop. Consider me intrigued.
Well, we did this sip and shop where women can come, pick out bags, shop with we have prizes and things like that. We might have little cocktails or, mocktails that just kind of enjoy it. Hors d'oeuvres passed around and just chit-chat and getting to know each other. There's so much storytelling between women that I've actually seen different sites online where women have met other women through the brand and they became friends. They share stories about they remember when. Because a lot of what my brand DNA is about remembering, those journeys that we went on, maybe those trips when we were a kid or that year abroad in college, or maybe remember our grandmothers that if they were fashionistas, where we were in the closet playing with their high heels and their handbags. So it's just bringing women together and sharing stories.
Patricia also has a creation in different variations that strays from the leather and leans into woven.
Oh yeah, we've got some great woven bags. Every year I come out with some kind of cool woven bag that it's really hard to find a nice quality woven bag unless you're prepared to pay a fortune for it. And I love the ones that we've done. Some of them are little basket bags. Some of them are just beautiful weave and some prints that are all inspired by my family's trip to Greece. So it is a really fun collection.
If you'd like to see more of her designs and find out where she might be for her sip and shops, visit patricianashdesigns.com. I'm Rance Adams for the show After the Show, River City Plus.